Today we're going to talk about something that can seriously save you some money when you're buying a house. How to get the seller to pay your closing costs. Now, I'm not talking about some magic trick. This is real actionable stuff, especially if you're looking at Winston-Salem or anywhere here in the Triad. So grab a seat, kick back, and let's get into it. My name is Keon with Real Broker LLC. I live here, I work here, I help people buy and sell homes right here in the Triad. And I'm not here just to sell you a dream. I'm here to give you the full picture so you can make the right decision for you and your family. So whether you're making a move in 9 days or 9 months, feel free to reach out. And if you got questions while you're watching, don't wait. Schedule a call with me. My contact information is in the description box and I'm easy to reach. First things first, let's break down what closing costs really are. You got your lender fees, appraisal, your title insurance, and a bunch of other fees that, when you add it all up, can easily hit anywhere from 2 to 5% of your home's purchase price. And for a lot of people, that's like, man, that's a chunk of change that you don't want to pull out of your pockets. But here's the good news. You don't always have to. That's where seller paid closing costs come in. Now, you might be wondering, Keon, why would a seller just hand over thousands of dollars to cover my costs? Well, here's the deal. It's all about how you structure your offer. Sellers are motivated by different things. Sometimes they're in a rush to sell, sometimes that house has been on the market for a while, and sometimes they just want a smooth, no drama closing. If you can position yourself as the buyer that can make that happen, you can ask for help to cover your closing costs without feeling like you're asking for the world. One of the first things I always tell my buyer clients, timing is everything. Sellers are more likely to pay your closing costs if their home has been sitting on the market for a little bit. They start feeling that pressure like, man, I just want to get this thing sold. And that's when you swoop in with a clean offer and make your request. But if it's a hot property and there are 10 other offers, yeah, don't expect them to cover your closing costs. In that case, you might have to get creative with your lender programs or your down payment assistance. Speaking of programs, don't sleep on local incentives here in Winston-Salem. There are some programs that can actually stack with seller contributions to make the deal even sweeter. And some lenders, they're cool with rolling the closing costs right into the mortgage. But that's another conversation for another day. Today, we're talking about getting the seller to foot the bill directly. And the key is making your offer look good while making your request reasonable. Now, let's talk negotiation strategy. This is where it gets a little fun. You gotta read the room, or in this case, read the seller. If the house has been on the market for a while, they might just jump at an offer that says, I'll take this off your hands fast and we can close in 30 days. That's valuable to them. When you combine that with a polite request for closing costs, it's like, hey, we're helping each other out here. Remember, it's not about demanding, it's about creating a deal that makes sense for both sides. And don't forget about inspection and appraisal contingencies. Sometimes you can ask for seller paid closing costs after the inspection if something comes up that needs attention. Maybe the roof needs a little TLC or the HVAC is acting up. Instead of asking them to fix it all, some sellers would just rather write a check towards your closing costs. That way, you can get the help you need and they can still move their property without spending extra time fixing stuff. Another thing that helps, show them that you're serious. If you're pre-approved and ready to roll, sellers see you less of a headache. That's a big selling point. There's nothing worse than a buyer who's all talk and no proof. The pre-approval tells them that you're ready to go, and it makes it much easier for them to say, yeah, I'll cover some of the closing costs to make this happen. Here's a little secret that I always tell my buyer clients. Don't just focus on the money. Focus on a relationship and negotiations. If you're friendly, respectful, and flexible, sellers are way more likely to work with you. It's just human nature. But if you come in all aggressive and demanding, that door closes quickly. But if you come in cool, laid back, and professional, that door is wide open. And listen, let's not sleep on the power of your agent. I hope that's me. A good agent knows the market, knows how to structure your offers, and knows how to negotiate these requests in a way that keeps the deal attractive. Especially here in Winston-Salem, neighborhoods move at different speeds. That local knowledge is priceless. I know which sellers are likely to negotiate and which ones are set on their price. That insight alone can make the difference between you getting $5,000 towards closing or nothing at all. Now, I know you may be thinking, Keon, can you just guarantee that I get my closing costs covered? I wish I could, but ain't nobody got a crystal ball for that. But if you follow these tips, structure your offer smart, time it right, be flexible, and know someone who knows the local market, you can drastically increase your chances. And even if the seller can't cover everything, you might still get a portion, and that's still money in your pocket. Before we wrap up, let me hit you with a few final nuggets. 1, always ask politely and be strategic. 2, know the market and leverage timing. And 3, come in strong but fair. Don't lowball and expect them to pay your closing costs too. And 4, make sure you're pre-approved and ready to go. Those things combined, now that's the recipe for success. All right, if you're serious about buying a home and you want me to help you structure an offer that can include seller paid closing costs, then go ahead and schedule a call with me. I'll walk you through the whole process, give you strategies specific to your situation, and make sure you don't leave money on the table. The link is in the description box, so don't sleep on it. That's it for today. I hope this has helped you see that getting the seller to pay your closing costs isn't this impossible dream. With the right approach and a little strategy, it's very doable. And if this video has helped you out, even a little bit, then tap that like button, drop a comment, and subscribe so you don't miss the next one. Because I'm going to keep showing up with content that helps people just like you become confident, educated homeowners. I've got more deep dives coming, whether you're buying, selling, or just learning. And make sure you watch this video, as it will help you with your home search. And when you're ready to make that move, just remember, Keon has the keys. I'll see you in the next one.